Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, where the sound of the big red siren signals it is time for football. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Going right back to Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun for Brissett. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Really something about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And this one is right through. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They're sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. He'll try and do this himself. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's a give up the middle. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, and go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Armadillos are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run, making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle, no running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think, Roger?
Well, number one, they turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Brissett. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And even 50 receiving yards for him now in this first quarter alone, and also a first down. Brissett. They'll set up the screen to Carter. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Now a 2nd and 2. A handoff and a loose football. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. To throw is Brissett. They'll set up the screen to DiMercato. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On fourth down, the Cards call on Matt Hawk to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Well, the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And that forces a 4th down situation. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Brissett. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That quick throw there is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now to punt. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A little juke. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Armadillos add 6 to their lead. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. Well, remember, he had a fumble earlier in this first half and got saved, but no such saving here. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and as a coach and as a teammate, you're hoping that he learned from the first one. There was a lesson there. But obviously he doesn't have enough focus in order to lose it a 2nd time. That simply can't happen if you're trying to win a game.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Looking to put a drive together. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows in the scoreboard.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now Brissett. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Right back to him on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll drop to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And some room to work. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Armadillos take a 3-touchdown lead.
Oh, this is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over it. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. It's complete to Brown, right side. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Play action now. Brissett. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
I'm facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll try and do this himself. Able to slither by. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. 2nd and a couple. They're going to go with a tight end here on the run play. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On play action, Brissett. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his target. That's complete. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll throw again. Brissett. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 139 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just a series of...
Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll try and do this himself. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So a 3rd down conversion taken away by the penalty.
And let's face it, you work on this all the time. You know the officials are going to be looking for that. Now, you force them to try it again from further back.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start this drive and a handoff to Carter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Watson going to get this one out wide. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the gun, here's Brissett.
Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Brissett.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Brissett sets to throw it.
That's a screenplay here for Carter.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
Austin's offense ready to go again.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on the lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Walter Nolan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Armadillos just continue to roll.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Brissett.
They'll get that complete to Harrison.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It's a quarterback sneak.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. A give, Carter running right.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Brissett now.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
On 3rd down is Carter.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it here with Brown. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. And the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
3rd and 8.
They'll drop the throw. Shakes off the sand. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 171 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. One quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Right back to him on first down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy to turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run this one in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The football going back over to Arizona now. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Carter. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them the hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Fourth down, Brissett. And he is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete.